A deadly decision. Investigators say this woman not only let her friend drive drunk, but she gave her the keys. The sheriff says that decision led to an innocent man's death in a crash on I-4 on the night before Thanksgiving. And now they're both have been arrested. Fox 13's Kelly Cowan is live in Lakeland tonight. Kelly, this is one of those frustrating stories. The right thing to do, of course, would have been to take away the keys. That's a given, but that didn't happen here, did it?
Neither did taking her home, and they had the opportunity to do that. So you had two different people that intervened here. You had the staff here at Wawa that tried to stop this woman from driving drunk. You also had the Lakeland police show up who also tried to stop her from driving drunk, but it was her own friend who actually enabled her here, gave her the keys, and then, of course, a few minutes later, that led to a deadly crash on I-4 that took the life of an innocent man the night before Thanksgiving. Friends 46-year-old Lucretia Bruno and 45-year-old Michelle English were out for a night of bar hopping together in Lakeland on what's known as one of the biggest drinking nights of the year. According to Sheriff Judd, Bruno was taking the unofficial holiday seriously.
She was ripped.
Bruno, seen here at Lucky's Tiki Bar on security cameras, appeared unstable and heavily intoxicated, at times knocking over bar stools, dropping her cell phone, and staggering. Around 7:40, she left, keys in hand.
She was drunk. D-R-U-N-K, capital drunk.
She headed to a nearby Wawa where she struggled for several minutes to pay for a sandwich.
The people at Wawa were so concerned when she set her keys down, they tried to grab them from her, but she was able to get them first.
Sheriff Judd says the staff tried to delay making her order and called police. While at the Wawa, Bruno dropped her keys in the bathroom. A customer later found them and handed them over to the clerk, who held on to them. When Lakeland police arrived, they found Bruno at her car covered in vomit and visibly intoxicated. But because she didn't have possession of her keys, officers determined they couldn't arrest her for DUI. So they cut her a break by phoning a friend to pick her up. And that friend was English.
So she was sober. The police officers who were there said, look, we'll let you take Miss Bruno home, but you've got to take her directly home and make sure she does not operate a motor vehicle.
But a few minutes after police left, Sheriff Judd says English came back to the store, dropped Bruno at her car, and went inside to fetch the keys, allowing Bruno to drive away on her own.
7 miles and 9 minutes later, Mrs. Bruno ran over and killed our victim on Interstate 4.
And the Polk County Sheriff's Office says Bruno later, hours after the crash, in fact, blew a .207. That's nearly 3 times the legal limit. Mark?
It is so frustrating, so sad all around. Kelly, thanks very much.